Wow, Happy New Year everyone. Managed to get some wonderful videos about different... Managed to get some wonderful videos done about some of my albums of the year. Thank you to everyone that watched those videos and commented. I really appreciate that. But I thought it'd be a really good way to start the new year off with a little bit of festival rumours and news. If you are one that goes on the Instagram hype machine, that My Chemical Romance is set to headline Reading Festival in 2020 and Leeds, of course. Last week they posted a image on their Instagram simply with a little UK emoji. It was posted at 11 minutes past 8 in the evening. Now, that's no big deal, because the last time they played Reading Festival was in 2011. There's lots of people out there that have decided that 2011 is 11 minutes past 8. You know, I don't know. Read into that as much as you want, but my guess would be that that's a pretty surefire way of guaranteeing that they're going to be headlining. Alternatively, there's some other artists, other big music news, that Strokes have announced they're going to be releasing an album this year. They also last headlined in 2011, so I don't see it being both the Strokes and My Chemical Romance. One or t'other probably. The other will go on to play Glastonbury would be my guess. Regardless, it's a great year if you're a fan of music, because you got some amazing acts that are going to be playing over the next 12 months. I would imagine on top of what we talked about in terms of the other people they're going to be playing, I would be very shocked if we didn't see Easy Life and Inhaler now announced for Reading and Leeds following their nomination for the BBC Sound of 2020. I think they're almost guaranteed. Also bands like Squid, I would be very surprised if we didn't see play on the Radio 1 stage. We've also got some really interesting people that are releasing albums this year. I'm going to do a video about albums that are going to be released this year in a separate video, but other people that I think are probably going to end up playing Reading and Leeds. I think it's pretty safe to say that you're going to have people like Happy Man Limited are launching their debut album. Is that Sleet? It is. Sleet. January in this country sucks. I would be shocked if we didn't see the Mystery Jets following their April release of their upcoming album A Billion Heartbeats. People like the Big Moon, Bombay Bicycle Club have an album coming out next week. I think it's safe to write off Tame Impala, bearing in mind he's announced that it's an exclusive that he's playing at All Points East. But I think it could also see some big pop artists like Halsey and Georgia. Now they're just a few people that are releasing albums in the first 2 to 3 months of this year. We've yet to see any other big names announced. If people are going to be releasing new albums or coming back, they could be headliners. It could be that they're just waiting for the new year to kind of kick off before we see that. I think going into next week we'll start seeing some more of those big 2020 music news articles coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if we started to see a lot more of that. But I think it's safe to say that either My Chemical Romance or the Strokes will headline Reading and Leeds following those two bits of news. But then who does that leave for the other day? You just don't know, do you? Who could it be? People are banding around people like Arctic Monkeys. It's been a few years since they've released an album. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Lots of people have mentioned people like Stormzy. As I said before in a previous video, he's announced to play First Direct Arena in Leeds. So I don't see him playing Leeds Festival as well. Travis Scott has recently announced for Coachella. I'm going to do a separate Coachella video. I don't think anyone's ever, maybe the Strokes in 2011 also headlined Coachella and Reading and Leeds. So that might rule him out. Even though I've said that I don't think he is big enough to headline, there are plenty of people that do think that he's big enough to headline, for just reading through the comments. So, you know, it's my opinion. It doesn't have to always be right, does it? And I've literally just seen a really interesting Reddit post on the Reading Festival subreddit, which talks about who they don't want to headline. So there's a few on here. Suggestions that have been thrown around: Stormzy and Catfish and the Bottlemen. Catfish, I just don't think they're hype enough. I didn't rate their album that came out last year. There were a few good records. I talked about it on the roundup of 2019 episode that came out on New Year's Day. I don't think they're big enough to headline Reading and Leeds. I think they need one more massive album to be big enough. And then I think they can. Stormzy, I've just said I don't think so. Travis Scott, Stormzy, Skepta, I don't think he's Reading headline. He's like a massive artist, but I don't think he's big enough to headline anymore. Someone said they don't want Bring Me the Horizon or Biffy Clyro. Bring Me the Horizon I think is not likely, based on the fact they released that album at this time last year. By the time Reading runs around, that's 18 months. I just don't see it happening. There have been exceptions to that rule. I'm not saying just because they released an album 18 months before means it's not. I just don't think Ammo was as big as Only by the Night by Kings of Leon, for example. Biffy Clyro, I'd love to see Biffy Clyro, but it would be the third time I've seen them headline Reading, and I would like some new names. Don't think I'm ready. I know this is like going to be year 13, but I don't think I'm ready for the same headliner 3 times. I've seen a few twice. I've seen Foo Fighters twice. I've seen Kings of Leon twice. I've seen Biffy twice. I've seen Eminem twice. I've seen Arctic Monkeys twice. I've seen Kasabian twice. So, like, there have been a few that have played twice, but 3 times is quite a lot. Someone saying Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't think that's going to happen somehow. I just don't see that happening, because they haven't released a new album in ages that's been big enough to warrant them headlining, and they played like 2-3 years ago, 2017 I think it was. So I don't see Chili Peppers, although I would probably spend a bit more time. It would be really fun to do a WTF video for them though, so maybe. The last one on there that no one else wants to see headline is Arctic Monkeys, and I would like to see the Arctic Monkeys play again if and only if they release an album that wasn't as much drivel as the previous album. Thoughts in the comments section below as always, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers, bye. You'll have to excuse the hair. I've literally just got out of the shower. So, just to add on to the video that I actually recorded all of this yesterday, so I'm just adding a little bit onto that. I've just literally been reading through Dork Magazine. Dork Magazine, go follow them on Twitter, they're very good. Especially for fans of kind of bands and indie music. Dork is brilliant. They have I was just reading an article about Hayley Williams of Paramore teasing a new solo project touted for the 22nd of January. Now, if we're due a Reading announcement, I didn't realise that she was going to be doing a solo project, but you can almost guarantee that if she is, then she'll be playing Reading later on this year. I'd be very shocked if we didn't see her. Third from top, second from top. I'd be very, very shocked about that. It maybe even headline the radio one. But I would be very shocked if we didn't see Hayley Williams perform this year. That seems like something that's almost a given for Reading Festival. If you look at it though, she's been announced to release this solo material on the 22nd of January as a little bit of a teaser. There's posters that have gone up around New York City that look like this. And that is a Wednesday, which sits very nicely for me for a Reading announcement on the Tuesday, because I think historically they tend to announce their stuff on a Tuesday. But that sits really well with me. I think that could be it. So it could be, and this is complete speculation, but that would work really nice for me. 21st of January for next Reading announcement with some more names. Hayley Williams being on there, I can just see that being done very well, especially it could go into being a Hottest Record or Annie Mac or something along those lines. Maybe Apple Music Beats one, do something. I don't know, but I could absolutely see that being a thing. Thoughts in the comment section below, as always. I love hearing what you have to say. Can't wait for an announcement now. You guys are being absolutely delicious and delightful, and clearly are very excited for me to start making more content about Reading. I can't wait either, because it's what I love to do. But I'm going to go and have a lovely day off with my best friends from uni, and we'll try and get back to all the comments and stuff that I owe you. But regardless, exciting. Let me know your thoughts. Cheers. Bye.